Good evening, everyone. Thank you for watching. Today is Monday, June 2nd. Before I get started here, I'd like to thank the 54 of you who have now subscribed to the channel. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Jumping right into the charts here, Netflix closed up 1%. It did close above this 420.59 level. I'd like to see what Netflix does tomorrow if it closes above that level again. For now, I'm still not that worried about Netflix. I would still like to see this pull back to this 397.45 level. So really, I'm waiting to see what happens tomorrow. Next up, WX. I shot a video on this one. I didn't upload it last night. Here's what I'm looking at. Up 1.47% today, which kind of confirms my thinking here on this one. I'll keep an eye on this one. I won't spend too much time on the pattern or anything like that for now. WX was the symbol on that one. Next up, YHOO. YHOO closed up 0.63% on this one. Still a whole lot of resistance here on YHOO. Nothing's changed on that. Bank of America closed up 0.79%. Here's your upside target on Bank of America, your 200-day moving average. This line here, 1539, and here's some support levels on Bank of America. Nothing's changed on that one. Facebook, I have been keeping an eye on Facebook for a very long time. For some reason, I just don't talk about Facebook, but here's a video on Facebook. This line here, if you look at this candle here, the high was 63.65. This high here was 63.48. And this high here was 63.44. Somewhere in that range there is where you'll find, or where Facebook has found some resistance here. I do like this to pull back down to these levels here. If this does, for right now, it's still okay. If this does decide to make a move higher, keep an eye on that 64.97 level, and that just comes from this high on this candle here. Again, 64.95. Next up, Twitter. Twitter closed down 2.13%. I am out of Twitter. I have no position here. I took my profits here on this day. Like I said, I would have expected some pullback after making a monster 10% move in one day. And that's kind of what happened in the last couple of days here. It closed down below the 20-day moving average. That's your blue line. Watch for this low here of this candle here for some short-term support at 31.07, and ultimately watch this double bottom at 29.51. Next up, Yelp. Yelp closed down 2.33%. There we go. Yelp is still okay. It's still inside of this candle here. As you can see, it did pierce this level here. I think I drew that in earlier today. That comes from this high here, the high here, and the low here. This high is 63.60. This high here is 63.50, and the low on this day here is 63.78. It did pierce that level, but it did manage to close above this 50-day moving average. Again, nothing wrong with Yelp right now. It's taking a bit of a break. Here's your upside on Yelp, your 200-day moving average, or this line, which is the high of this candle here, 68.87. All right. Next up, Tesla. Tesla closed down 1.48%. It did close down below the 50-day moving average. Pretty interesting on that. We'll wait and see what happens tomorrow. You've got some short-term support here at the 20-day moving average, currently at 198.96. So keep an eye on that one, see where it closes tomorrow. Amazon closed down 1.19%, down $3.71. Here's some short-term support on Amazon to watch for. Your 20-day moving average currently at 302.75. Next up, LinkedIn. LinkedIn, a beautiful day today on LinkedIn. Down 2.9% on the day. LinkedIn just barely pierced this level here, the 20-day moving average, off by a few cents. But again, it did close below this line here at 160.20. LinkedIn, watch for that as support. Let's see if this wants to consolidate before making a move down to this level here. And Apple, I'd like to talk about Apple today. I totally missed this level here. Apple made a high of 644.17. Here's a quick little educational segment, I guess you could call it. Here's how you could have played Apple on Friday, which I should have, but I ignored Apple for a while. I'll give you guys the exact date here. If you go back and look at Apple daily chart, scroll back to April 10th, 2012. The high on this candle here was 644, even number, 644, all right? So always zoom out, all the way out. Apple made a high here of 644, and then it sold off, as you can see here. If you project that line across all the way up until today, the high here on Friday was 644.17. Let's take a closer look here on the 10-minute chart. Beautiful, right there. I mean, that's pretty sad that I missed it, but that's pretty incredible there. Apple did have or is having an event, I believe, something. The point being here is ignore the news. I did see on Twitter today a whole lot of people talking about Apple's event and this and that, and all excited, expecting Apple to make new highs today. If you ignore all that stuff, just watch your technical levels. That's all you needed to be paying attention to. Let's take a look at the weekly here while we're looking at it. Yep, you can see this a lot clearer here. Again, that date, well, this is a weekly, but it made a high of 644, and Friday this high 644.17. That's your weekly. Looking at your daily, there you go. Alright, I won't go on too long on Apple. I would like to see Apple come back to this 20-day moving average or this line here at 605.09. So we'll see what Apple decides to do in the coming days here. Alright, that's all I had for tonight. Thank you for watching.